Welcome to 2 Sides of New York. This is Reading Cross with another podcast coming your way. Today we got some cross-reading segment, Yankees-Mets news. The Yankees had a great week. I'll get into that. And then got some more fun stuff I won't spoil it. So first, Cross, who is your AL Player of the Week?
My American League Player of the Week is Eddie Rosario of the Minnesota Twins. I did him earlier this year, but the Twins are on fire, and so is Eddie Rosario. This week he batted .406, had a .424 on-base percentage, and he drove in 10 runs. Those Twins are looking real dangerous, and they're gonna get 100 wins this year. The Twins.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I mean,
I think they're going to be a 95-plus win team.
Yeah, they're. You think they're going to make the playoffs, right? I mean, you think they're going to win the Central, right?
I think they got the division.
Yeah.
I think the Indians suck.
Yeah, what a disappointment for the Indians. That's a team, they were always there for the last few years, but they just could not get it done. And that you hate to see that, even though you don't hate to see that.
I think Trevor Bauer is going to be traded by the end of the season.
You think so? Well,
he says he's not going to sign an extension.
He said that?
He said on the offseason.
What an asshole. I don't like Trevor Bauer one bit.
Oh, I do. I love him. I think he's funny. I think he's awesome.
He's just so goofy.
He is. Alex Bregman doesn't like him either, so.
Dude, we're not friends.
He's like, I'm proud of him. I'm proud that he posted that on Twitter.
But it is cool what Bauer has done with like this YouTube page and like how he is posting some pretty cool stuff.
He is, and as long as he stays away from the drones, he'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
But I went with Nolan Arenado, who just tore the cover off baseball. After we lunched on the Orioles for 4 days, Arenado had some fun this weekend. So he hit .538 with a on-base slugging of 1.752, which is almost impossible to get. So Arenado doing Arenado things, and maybe this is the year with Bellinger and Yelich and Baez. Seems like every year he has an incredible year, and someone just has like a record-breaking year.
Yeah, but he definitely is consistent. You could expect every year that he's gonna go out there and hit over 300 and hit at least 30 bombs.
He's definitely looking like he's going to be a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially signed that extension. He's going to be playing in Colorado his whole career.
8 more years.
Yeah, he's going to be up there on that all-time average list for sure. And we already know one of the best third basemen of all time. He's already at Brooks Robinson level.
Yeah, except Brooks Robinson said himself that he's the best third baseman he's seen, so he might catch him. I think he's got 7 Gold Gloves right now.
Is Brooks Robinson still alive? Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
Brooks Robinson. That was Frank Robinson.
Oh, right, Frank Robinson died. I knew that, but I did not know that Brooks Robinson is still alive.
Yeah, I believe if he's not, he definitely said that about Nolan Arenado.
Yeah.
But watch out for Matt Chapman, though, his high school teammate.
Oh, yeah, they're high school teammates, both great gloves. Both those California...
Great hitters, too.
Yeah, those California baseball players.
So underrated.
California baseball players, they're the best out there.
Now going into those Bronx Bombers, they made quick work of the Baltimore Orioles. It looked a little scary in, I believe, Game 2. It might have been the first game of the series. We were down 6-1 in the 6th inning, and you're like, uh-oh. This is what it kind of was last year. Couldn't put away the Orioles, but all of a sudden Glaber hits a bomb. They tie it up, and then Gary just hits a 3-run mammoth shot in the 9th inning to complete the 6-1 comeback. At the time, it made the score 10-7. And then he comes out the next game and hits a 3-run homer. So he basically won the game in both games because he hits the game-winning home run and then you hit a 3-run shot in the Orioles in the first inning. It's pretty pathetic if you don't win that game. And we went on the Merck then. So Gary, Glaber, and Clint went off. I think they hit a combined 11 home runs in that series with Gary hitting 3, Glaber hitting 4, and I think Clint hit 4 as well. So
you guys,
they were smacking them.
You guys have just been mean to the Orioles all season long.
Well, good, because they couldn't do it last year.
Yeah. But my God, Gleyber Torres absolutely. He owns the city of Baltimore now. Does Gleyber?
Yeah, he does. So I was just pausing. Clint Frazier was going at it with the ump. And you might get tossed during the end. This ump has been awful all night. The Yankees are playing the Padres down by 1 in the bottom of the 8th right now. He's been awful all night. But, yeah, Gleyber, oh my gosh. He has, 11 home runs against the Orioles this year, I think.
And doesn't he has 13 on the season, right?
Yeah, he's 13.
Jeez, and he's hit 11 against the Orioles.
Yeah, but he's hit in, I think it's 17 out of the last 25 games, so... he's just hitting bombs against the Orioles. He's still hitting for everyone else.
Yeah, he's shown that he could get hits against other teams, but I've never seen a stretch like that where a guy hits most of his home runs against one team. That's incredible.
Gary's got 9 against them too.
Jeez.
And Clint's got 5 against them.
Jeez, hey, when you have a team like the Orioles in your division, you got to
take advantage of it.
Yeah,
that's why we
gotta.
didn't win the division last year, because we would just take our foot off the gas pedal when we play the Jays and Orioles.
Yeah, and it seemed like at the beginning of the season when you guys lost to the Orioles 2 out of 3, it was looking more of the same of that, but the Yankees just coming back.
That's the last time you lost to them.
Yeah.
There was that game where Andujar and Stanton went out and we lost that series and fell to 1-2 on the season.
And at this point, the Orioles might as well just bring down Cal Ripken and put him at shortstop because, my God, they are awful.
This is gonna be quite a few years, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and there's definitely some AAA teams out there that could beat the Orioles.
Oh yeah, I bet you the Rail Riders can beat the Royals.
Oh yeah, the Rail Riders, even the Syracuse Mets could beat the Orioles.
Probably, even the Hookers, man.
Even the Hookers, yeah.
But then we went to Kansas City. First game was rained out, then swept a doubleheader. I didn't watch too much of that. Was busy this weekend, but good to make quick work of the Royals. I mean, that was a tough game to lose. We were down 7-1 in that game, actually, and came back there, even up 7-7. Those are the toughest to lose, in my opinion, is when you come back from 5-6 runs and then you lose because Billy Hamilton's fast as shit and he can't hit, but you walk him to lead off the 10th inning.
I have a feeling that's how baseball is going to be. I don't know, but... I could see in a couple years baseball could be like that. I mean, I know you're probably like, oh, no way with all the home runs, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if you start to see more Billy Hamiltons.
I mean, just for pitch runners and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He can't hit, man.
He can't. It's just so annoying watching him play. And he's so overhyped too, Billy Hamilton.
Yeah, he really is. Not as much as when he was on the Reds, though. When he was on the Reds, it was...
But
man, that bullpen, man, good as advertised. And we don't even have Betances yet.
Yeah, the Yankees bullpen has been showing up the pretty much the whole season. But early in the year...
pretty much. I mean, we had a rough April with the bullpen. But ever since... It seems like everyone Britton needed to get it together. Because he was just not showing himself. And now he's looking like that guy who went 54 or 47 for 47 back in 2017 or 16. Check that.
You guys did what we could not do. You beat the Royals multiple games.
We did in one day. We beat them twice in one day.
Yeah. This Royals team sucks. So. They
do. Eric Hosmer hit it right now. Former Royal hit the decisive blow right now, right? He had a 3-run shot off Tanaka in the first.
Got 2 injury news for the Yankees, 1 negative and 1 positive. Mike Carlos Stanton's going to be set back a little bit.
Yeah, but he's just shut down for 7 to 10 days, so hopefully he can just get back to that rehab assignment. Because it looked like he was about to head to Scranton. But the super positive is it looks like Didi's going to be back next week. He was to play with the Rail Riders today. Unfortunately, the game got rained out. But the manager for Scranton said he's to be with us for 6 days. So that set him up to rejoin the Yankees June 4th, June 5th in Toronto, which is huge. Not just that lefty bat puts in just so much more flexibility in that lineup. Also, Didi, to an already deep roster, makes that infield even more deep now. And also his personality and on the clubhouse. You can tell when he's around, there's a good vibe. They're all laughing about something. So just to have him back in the dugout would be good again.
Yeah, super positive for you guys having Didi back. Great player. Great.
Big heart and soul.
Yeah, very important part to the Yankees roster. And
good news on Aaron Judge today. He was swinging off a tee and has felt no pain in the oblique, he said, while swinging and running and throwing the past few days. So hopefully he ramps up and we'll head to Tampa for his rehab assignment and get him back in a few weeks.
Speaking of Tampa, did you see that catch that Kevin Kiermaier made?
That was insane.
It was dirty. How's his bat been this year, Kevin Kiermaier? Still
He hasn't. He had that one good year with the bat.
Yeah.
But
he has power, but he's just not going to be a guy who's going to hit 30 home runs in a season or like bat.
No. I mean, he's not gonna hit like that.
Yeah, the best.
He's not a good hitter. He's a little better than Jackie Bradley, honestly.
Yeah, but that fielding though was incredible for.
Oh yeah, well that's why he won the Platinum Glove a few years back. I think he won it twice.
Yeah, I won it a couple of times. So now we'll get into the red hot New York Mets.
Not as high as the Yankee, but they're hot.
We're still pretty. We're toasty. We're toasty.
I mean, you're not on our level, but you guys.
I mean, we're not we haven't been playing the best teams lately, but we're not playing the Orioles and Royals, which I wish we were playing. But
play the Padres.
Well, the Padres are good, but you guys are still the National League is definitely better than the American League at this point of the season right now.
It is, but I think the Yankees would still be having the same success.
I don't know. It's just something that we just won't know, but we could.
I mean, we haven't played the worst teams. I mean, we've taken 2 of 3 out of Tampa, 2 straight weekends in a row. That also factors.
Tampa is a good. You have been beating Tampa, who is probably the best team in your division. No, the Yankees are the best team in the division right now, but
we're
Tampa's
up by
definitely
2 games now, and the Yankees are actually off to their best start through 50 games since '98. So,
well, good for the Yankees. Into the Mets.
To the Mets.
We suffered an awful 8-9 or 9-8 loss against the Detroit Tigers. Noah Syndergaard, man.
He sucks, dude.
He stinks. Oh my goodness, what is his problem? And
he's kind of a tool too.
He is. You see him in his post-game press conferences acting like he's like, yeah, I'm frustrated. It's just like your golf swing. You think you got it down, but you just don't have it. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, come on. And like in the offseason, he was the one who was calling everybody out, saying that what the Mets are doing is bullshit. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? And he just underperformed this year. He's had a couple good games, but other than that, he's been real shitty. He's been real shitty.
Hey, I mean, Francesa said before the season, this guy's the new Javi. He's a prima donna.
Yeah, and it looks like Harvey, he wasn't like this bad though. Harvey was pretty bad, but I mean, Harvey, it digressed. He just kept getting worse and worse. It just seems like Syndergaard has fallen off a cliff because Syndergaard has not been this bad at all throughout his major league career.
Yeah, but I mean, he really hasn't had a year like 2016 though. Since then,
he was hurt in 2017. He was hurt a lot of last year, and he still got 13 wins last year, even though he was hurt for a good portion of the season. I don't know. He seems to be healthy. I mean, I wish they were to come out and be like, "Oh, actually, his arm is pretty fucked up, and he's actually hurt." That would be more comforting than.
Not really, because that'd be 3 straight years with injuries.
I know, but I'd rather have him be hurt and have that be the reason why he stinks. You know.
I mean,
I don't want him to be
hurt,
but
man, he stinks. Like 3 straight years getting hurt. I mean. That's why Greg Bird stinks.
It's these guys with the big bodies. They it's not good for them.
It's not good for him unless you're like a once in a lifetime athlete like Judge.
Judge has injury problems throughout his entire career, even going back to college.
I'm not worried. His entire career. Getting hit in the wrist, that's not his fault.
Okay, that's not his fault, but still, it's still an injury. And even going back to his AA and AAA careers, he was fighting through injuries.
I'm not worried.
But anyway, the entire game, we battled back. We tied it up. We ended up taking the lead. Then we lost it. But Ahmed Rosario, man, he's fun to watch. He's been the clutchest hitter for the Mets the entire season.
He's been pretty good. He's an awful fielder.
Oh, he's clean. He's cleaned that up. He's been pretty good in the field ever since that tough week and a half. And it's fun watching him play every week. Wilson Ramos, his bat is coming alive. He had 3 home runs in this series. Drove in a couple more runs with an RBI double. And we have, like you guys, we have some no-name guys stepping up. Guys who we thought wouldn't be doing anything for us this season. Hechavarria has stepped up and he's been clutch. He had a 3-run homer. He's been a very good replacement for Robinson Cano.
Yeah, Cano sucks, dude.
He's not what we expected him to be. Obviously, I wouldn't go and say, "Oh yeah, he's trash," because he's always capable of just going off. He's just one of those hitters. Game 2 of the series, Mets got a 5-4 13-inning win. Jason Vargas started and he did all right. He's been better than Noah Syndergaard, but Wilson Ramos still had a very good game. He hit 2 home runs, and the talk was, what is Mickey Callaway doing? You got to use Diaz for 4-out saves. Diaz comes out for a 4-out save, and he blows it. Oh, that was tough to watch because I've been for Diaz the entire year. I've been like, man, let this dude have 6-out saves. Diaz, he's the only good bullpen piece that we have. We got to use him correctly, and he just couldn't get it done in the 4-out situation. I don't
know. You hate to see it.
Yeah, you hate to see that. But the bullpen came in after that. They did good. They kept it tied. And in the 13th inning, backup catcher Tomas Nido hits a walk-off home run, and we win 5-4. Going into Sunday, we were down 3-0. Zach Wheeler got rocked around a little bit by Nicholas Castellano. We were down 3-0, but Hechavarria with a 3-run bomb to give us the lead. Diaz comes in and slams the door, and we end a great homestand going 6-1. We got back to 500 going into Los Angeles. And so, newly retired NFL veteran Chris Long comes out and says that he smoked pot throughout his entire career. How do you feel about that, Reed Blomquist?
I mean, that is always his choice to risk his career doing that, but I didn't listen to the whole interview and everything into the details, as I'm sure you did, so I don't really know too much into it, but I mean, seems like it helped him throughout his career.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say 80% of the NFL smokes marijuana. Who cares? Like, they prescribe you these opiates that you get addicted to and that you need, and you take them and you feel like shit, and they won't let you smoke pot. That's a little ridiculous, don't you think so?
Yeah, I definitely think so. It's just like drinking. If you're going to let them drink alcohol, it's just affects the players just as much. I mean, it's just kind of funny that guys like Le'Veon Bell, Martavis Bryant, and freaking Josh Gordon couldn't get away with it, but Chris Long could.
Yeah, that's unfortunate as well. Yeah, but I'm sure within the next 5 seasons, I think we'll see marijuana legalized in the NFL and in most sports. And NBA, they're doing their part on kind of, lessening the punishment. The NHL, they don't test for it at all. So I'm sure that the
the NHL players, freaking Zook and Zibanejad, tell me those guys wouldn't blow.
Oh yeah, because they're all from Canada, and in Canada, it's just it's legalized in Canada.
Well,
so
those two are actually. Well, I know you're just saying the NHL, but those two are from freaking.
Yeah, they're from Sweden. They're Swedish.
Yeah, Zook's from Sweden. Zibanejad's actually the first Iranian hockey player.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Iran.
How about that? But
I don't think he's from there. I think he might have been born. No, actually, yeah, he was born there.
well, yeah, he was born there. He's from there. So
We got off topic.
yeah, but anyways, pot will probably be legalized in most sports in the near future.
So.
But so with the MLB All-Star Game voting coming out, which Reed and I will have that in the upcoming weeks. So we're gonna do today our Major League all-time stoner team. Now some of these guys we know did some 420 activities. Some we speculate. So we're gonna get into that. You wanna start off with your pitcher?
Sure. Tim Lincecum, one of my favorite pitchers from the early part of this decade.
Yeah.
It was known that he smoked.
Yeah, when they won the World Series in 2010, he said, "I want to see smoke in the air." So yeah, my pitcher, I got Doc Ellis, who is most famous for throwing his no-hitter while high on LSD. So you got to add Doc Ellis to this
Definitely.
list.
Doc Ellis, what a legend.
Who you got?
Who I got for catcher?
Yeah.
I got Evan Gaddis.
Oh yeah, Evan Gaddis. He's
doesn't even trim the beard.
Nope, and he had
Doesn't
that.
need the batting gloves for the pain.
Yeah, Evan Gaddis. And I got for my catcher Jared Saltalamacchia from California. He's got that long hair, so probably does a little bit of a puff on the side.
Oh, definitely puffin of the puffin and the pass.
Yes.
But I got John Jaso for my first baseman.
Yeah.
He's got freaking dreadlocks.
Yeah, those dreadlocks, they explain it all. Very, he looks so weird with those dreadlocks.
Oh, he does.
Well, is he still playing? Is he on a team right now?
I thought he was on the Pirates still. He might be a free agent right now.
Yeah, probably a free agent. So my first baseman is going to be Mark McGwire, a bodybuilder, and those bodybuilders, they love to take a hit from the bull after those workouts. So Mark McGwire, in the prime of the Bash Brothers, I'm sure he was toking a little bit.
Oh, I definitely think he was torching up.
Yeah, with Jose Canseco.
Yeah. Oh, I hate Jose Canseco.
Off his dome.
Off his dome.
Remember when he came at A-Rod?
Yeah, he came at A-Rod.
Trying to fight A-Rod.
He got jealous. He's just so jealous that A-Rod is just one of the biggest ambassadors for baseball now, and he's just absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And just because A-Rod took roids.
Yeah.
But second baseman, I got Brandon Phillips, who is always just the way he stood in the box and.
Oh yeah, always
laugh.
looking relaxed, always looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my second baseman, this one's kind of like this might be, I'm not sure. Dustin Pedroia, I picked him because he's a California guy. I don't know, he just seems like one of those guys who would be like, you go up to him and be like, yo, you got any butt on you? And he just seems like the type of guy to be like, yeah, I got some butt on me, man.
I don't know, I can't see it. He seems a little too tense to me.
Yeah.
But third baseman, hands down, got to be Josh Donaldson.
The bringer of rain.
The bringer of rain, who's actually having a big bounce back year.
Oh yeah, silently he's having a really good year with the Braves after a slow start, but he's been hitting the ball really well.
He's been tanking it.
So my third baseman, I don't think Reed agrees with this one, but I'm going with Nolan Arenado playing in.
Bro.
Yeah, he is very intense, but playing in Colorado, and he's got that 420 batting average with runners in scoring position, so. He's pretty high.
Like he's the guy who would kind of be like, "No, guys, we're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna get caught." Like I feel like he would freak out.
Trevor Story, what is that?
What is that? Chuck Nasty, put it down. So my shortstop is the long, wavy-haired Brandon Crawford, who could be on the move this summer.
Oh, I can't see him playing for anybody else besides the Giants.
The only one who I think is safe is Posey. I think the rest of them are going to be gone.
Oh yeah, Posey. He's gonna retire with the Giants.
He should. I mean, I mean, I hope he bounces back maybe next year or later this season.
Yeah,
Because he's had a couple past rough years, and he definitely was on pace to be a Hall of Famer for sure. So
yeah, a lot of teams could use Bumgarner, even Crawford, because Crawford's got that great glove still.
Yeah, he still has that great glove, and he still can pack it out offensively. He's still clutch.
For sure. Was last year his first All-Star appearance? I think so, right?
I think it was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So my shortstop is going to be Alex Rodriguez.
So chill.
Probably smoking something with Ken Griffey Jr. with his time in Seattle for 22 years.
22 years. Well, he only played there for 6 years.
Yeah, I know. But he's been smoking on that grass for 22 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think him and CeCe could have hit it up when they were a team.
And that's why CeCe ate all that Captain Crunch, because he had the munchies.
Nah, CeCe will know. He'll be the first one to tell you, man. He just likes food.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't like food?
Yeah, but he said after this season, he's losing it.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. A lot of guys who are, like, big in their playing careers, like, they get smaller when they retire.
He says that the weight is what helps him with the velocity, being able to pitch, but we somehow got the CC Sabathia on this topic. I got for my left fielder, I got Mike Carlo Stanton, our Giancarlo. He's just so, like, laid back, and he also was in a picture with Wiz Khalifa, where Wiz Khalifa was holding a ginormous joint.
Really?
And Stanton's eyes look pretty toasty.
He was in a picture with Wiz Khalifa? Wiz Khalifa's holding a joint?
A humongous one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He went to his concert, and it was backstage.
I'm going to have to look at that.
And Stanton's wearing a Miami hat, and his eyes look glazed. I mean, Stan looks high all the time. I don't know. I think he does.
Oh, yeah. Stan, he played in Miami, and he's from California. Those California guys.
Yelich, dude.
Yeah, they're all...
Yelich's eye bags, man.
Oh, yeah. Got those doo-doo eyes.
That's the doo-doo eyes. It's the black under.
Yeah,
it's like that stoner look.
So for my left fielder, I got Darryl Strawberry.
Oh, hell yeah.
86 Mets. You might as well... I could have just put the 86 Mets for everybody, every position. You know what I'm saying? That team was wild.
That team was crazy, but... I don't know. Sad for you didn't see that team. That must have been a fun team to watch.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But I got... If you don't remember, Niger Morgan. He was basically the gangster of baseball for 5 years.
Tony Plush.
He was fiery, dude.
He used to just... Remember when he used to just scream after, like, every at-bat?
Yeah, he was basically the black Carlos Gomez. On, like, steroids, though.
Yeah, right. So my center fielder is going to be Lenny Dykstra, another 86 Met. I mean, you had Lenny Dykstra. He's probably still doing all the drugs under the sun. Yeah, I had back in the day Keith Hernandez doing coke all night before the games. That team was definitely something else. So, yeah, Lenny Dykstra, my center fielder.
Yeah, Lenny Dykstra, and going back, I think Morgan must have been on coke. The way he would act.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I got Manny Ramirez in right field. Hated his guts, but just the stuff he would do would just be high. Like, he literally makes a catch and gives a fan a high five.
Yeah, just Manny being Manny.
Manny being Manny.
My right fielder is Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies. You just look at the guy. Come on. He's got that funky hair, that funky beard. You see him in all his press conferences. He's always just laid back and saying the wildest shit. A real funny guy. I like Charlie Blackmon a lot.
Yeah, I do too. He's I want to see him get back. I mean, he had a good year last year, but that 2017 he had was unbelievable.
Yeah, that 2017.
He's also the nicest guy too.
Yeah, he had a great 2017. This year he's been but the besides Arenado, the whole Rockies team has been pretty
Yeah, pretty I mean, losing top reliever and second baseman to us was a big blow to the Rockies.
Yeah, but I thought Daniel Murphy was going to have a great year with the Rockies. I thought that ballpark suited his swing well, but it just seems like he's just not putting his numbers up that we're accustomed of seeing from Daniel Murphy.
His legs are toast, man.
Yeah, and he's got that bad hand for he broke his thumb earlier.
Oh, he did that like the first week of the season.
Yeah. So he's not the same guy.
And then our DH is going to be Josh Hamilton.
Yeah. We don't got to do too much explaining on that one.
No, not at all. I mean,
last year he was so good though.
why did he sign with the Angels? It's players should never sign with the Angels. Like Albert Pujols. I mean, he had a good career.
Oh yeah,
he had a decent career with the Angels.
But Albert Pujols is still definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh no, I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer, but he's nothing close to what he was with the Cardinals.
Oh yeah, of course. But Josh Hamilton, the last batter to bat 350. Mookie got close last year.
Yeah, Mookie got close. Altuve got close.
That's good. I think that's gonna be broken this year by Bellinger's. No way, Bellinger's not batting under 350.
It's too early.
Yeah, you're right. It is too early to tell.
It's too early. I love Cody Bellinger. Like I like him as a player. I don't like the Dodgers, but I like Cody Bellinger. He's definitely my favorite player on that roster. But I don't know. He's just I've watched him since he got called up because I remember he just went crazy and hit home runs, and he's definitely streaky. I mean, this year he hasn't been, but I've just seen where his swing has a huge hole in it. So definitely by the All-Star game, we'll be able to tell if he's going to hit that. If he's still hitting like 370, 380 in the All-Star game, look out.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, definitely he's a true streaky hitter.
And it's just he just hasn't had a slump this season.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope he doesn't get into one because it's so fun to watch.
Oh, he has such a sweet swing, but it definitely gets you worried that he's had this long of a hot streak. You hope his it doesn't go into a long cold streak.
Right, which could happen. So,
you want to talk about Udubel Herrera for a second, or
what about him?
You didn't hear he's on the administrative leave list because I guess his wife was found with had like red marks on her neck.
Oh, Odubel.
Yeah. These guys are so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be. You got to know. You see that's what MLB does. If you get caught with domestic violence, you're going to be suspended, and that goes for every player. It just happens. You know, they got look at Addison Russell. Everybody hates that guy's guts now.
Oh, everyone hates him. He was so liked too.
He stinks too. I hate him so much. Addison Russell. All right, so rounding out my designated hitter, I got Dante Bichette. Florida guy, had that good run with the Colorado Rockies when they were first a team. And just look at his face. He's got those eyes. He'd always wear those purple sunglasses. He just looked like a true stoner to me.
Definitely, bro.
His son Bo with the Blue Jays, he's looking to be something. Bo Bichette.
He is. I mean, he's with the Braves?
No, the Blue Jays.
Really?
Yeah.
Another son from another.
Yeah, they got Vlad Jr. They got
Biggio.
They got Biggio's son, and they got Dante Bichette's son, Bo Bichette.
And they got Gurriel's brother.
And wow, that's just a baseball family the Blue Jays have.
It is.
But closing out the show, we're just gonna give a rest in peace to Bill Buckner. 2,715 hits and a .289 career batting average with a batting title. He had a great career, man.
He had a really great career. He was one of the best hitters in maybe the past 50 years, and that's a pretty big thing to say. And unfortunately, he's remembered for the one thing, and it's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. It's pretty sad.
Yeah. You think that's... Yeah, because I think that's... Looking at his stats, he definitely has a good Hall of Fame resume.
He has well above Hall of Fame numbers.
Yeah, and it's just a shame.
Unfortunately, that's what he's remembered from.
Yeah, that night in 1986. But you look how he was living his life at the end of his life. He understood. Like, he was over it. He was like, okay, it happened. There's nothing else to do about it. And he just lived like a true, really good person. And
yeah, I don't know. I still think it stuck with him every day.
I don't think so. I think he got over it. I think it took him a while to get over it, but I think he did, and he was able to.
Probably when they won in 2004.
Oh yeah, that had to be it because he was talking about how, he was talking about in 2004 when he sat down to watch Game 1 of the World Series, and they showed that clip, and he just turned it off and didn't watch any of the World Series after that.
Really?
Yeah. And it's great what they did for him in Boston in 2006 when they had him throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Definitely tough loss. He was young, way too young.
Yeah. 69, R.I.P. Bill Buckner. And
R.I.P.
that about wraps it up for this week. Follow us on Twitter. I'm Metsman19. Reed is 2 Sides of New York. And follow us on Instagram at 2 Sides of New York. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.